Hello everyone, this is Trigger here. Of course, I am the head coder for Life Emulator, so anyone who isn't familiar with my channel will know that I'm always working on something, and this is currently my next project. I'm currently tagging along with JustinRide on this project. Me and him have been working on Life Emulator for a bit now, and we actually plan on releasing it on the 15th. So I just wanted to go ahead and just kind of talk briefly about the server real quick, and just kind of give you guys an idea of what the server's all about, and what you can kind of expect from it. So you can see here, JustinRide, he's actually our map developer, so he's made the map himself. I personally did most of the terrain that isn't normal Minecraft terrain, so for example, this was done by me. The buildings in the background were made by him. So yeah, we put a lot of work into this so far, and we're pretty excited to bring it to you guys here shortly. So I just want to go ahead and talk a little bit about it, obviously. So let's go and get started. So obviously, what is Life Emulator? The idea behind Life Emulator is to give you guys a server that you can play on that replicates life, but not too extensively, so we don't want it to be like overdone. So for example, one of the more funny jokes I usually make about the server is that we are going to make it to where you have to pay for your bills and the obvious like that, and you have to go to the grocery store and get food, but we're not going to make it to where you have to go to the bathroom every once in a while. So we're trying to replicate it as good as we can, and not to overkill it. So basically we want to make it fun, because sometimes life isn't fun. So hopefully the idea of this is to make it fun all around. Now, the server is all custom coded by myself. Obviously you're running Essentials at the moment, but we plan on dropping Essentials completely, so we'll be running completely standalone shortly. But the server is a RPG-based server as well, so we have a set of skills, and this is our custom skills screen here. Well, this is your profile screen, which you do everything mainly contextually, so there's very little commands. The only command you'll really be doing most of the time is /p, which gives you your profile here. So we have a custom friends system where you can see all your friends. Currently there's a bug where your heads are backwards, so please ignore that. And yeah, so we have notoriety, bank management, property management, professions, and skills. But back to the RPG side, we have skills and professions. We'll focus in on skills though. So we have a list of skills here that pretty much are tied into something basic into Minecraft. In this example, we have enchanting. So there's an enchanting skill, which is something that's normally available to everyone in Minecraft. But in order to have it fully available to you, you'll need to level that skill up. So at first, you won't be able to get all the enchantments, but later on, you'll be able to get more enchantments as you level up. So this same concept applies to most things. That includes like crafting items. So for example, if you want to craft a diamond sword or diamond armor, you're going to need a high enough smithing level to do that. So you're probably going to have to get someone else to craft it for you if you're not skilled enough, or you could fill in that role yourself and be that person. So the whole idea behind this server is based around these skills that we have here, which currently we have 13 skills total, which there will be more to come later on. So yeah, there's 13 skills. It's 130 levels available for you to try to go through all. And yeah, so as you level up in any of your levels for any of the skills, the XP required to level up any other skills increases. So basically, it's very easy to master something at first, to become level 10 in one of the skills, but later on it's going to take much more XP to level up, because the more levels you have, the greater that XP curve becomes. So in the server, you don't just kind of build anywhere, you have to build inside of properties. So these are a couple of properties here we have laid out. These are homes that you can purchase, so you can buy these at some point, or you could opt into going into an apartment, which is a little cheaper for living, so you could go into one of these guys instead. Now you will later on be able to build your own your own plots and stuff, but ideally this is city life, so if you want to get into your own plot, you're gonna have to save up a lot of money to actually buy it. Otherwise you'll just be kind of living at an apartment, or you'll be living at home like over here. Much later on there will be player ran towns, which that will be quite interesting, so players will be able to kind of make that as like a goal of theirs. I'll just go and run down a list of features real quick, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So like I said, everything's custom coded. The server is a complete custom RPG system. There's professions. These include like being a police officer and firefighting, because there is open PvP in the world, so that means you can combat anywhere, but you don't die, you go unconscious instead. So if you go unconscious, basically what's going to happen is you'll get sent to the hospital, which currently is just the police station, because we don't have a hospital yet, because we plan on adding in a doctor profession later on. But at the moment, it's just this. So yeah, there's open PvP in the world. You don't actually die, so you don't drop your items. But when you fight people, depending on how much damage you deal, there's a chance that items can fly out of their inventory. So yeah, so you can kind of like mug people in this rather than just completely killing them. Now there is lawless zones, and those areas are areas like this. Let me go and show you guys real quick. Now the lawless areas include the netherworld and this area here, which is the plain/plateau area. I'm not really sure which one I'm calling it just yet. But this area here is open PvP, so anyone in this area will die. So you will die if you go into this lawless area. Otherwise, in the normal map, you'll get knocked unconscious instead. Now cops will help obviously fight those people, and I'm not really going to go into depth with it because there's a lot to it, but basically cops get rewarded for catching criminals and protecting people. So that's the basics behind it. There's jobs in the server too, which is going to help you make money, because currently you can basically with jobs you can go do a minigame. So for example, we have a serving minigame, so you can go be a waitress or a server depending on your gender, and you can make money that way. Or you can go and play the delivery job and kind of go pick up packages and go drop them off, almost kind of like your delivery man, which can be found here. Those will give you some basic money to get going here. Oh, I need to move the villager over here. He's underground somewhere. So we'll get him there. But yeah, you'll be able to go to those two spots to get the jobs. So yeah, there's also a lockpicking system. So you can actually, there is no locking your chests. There is only putting a lock on them, which doesn't mean that no one else can get into it. It only means that you are exempt, so you can bypass that lock. Otherwise, you'll need to get a lockpick to actually lockpick into it, which is kind of like a minigame, so you'll get to see that later on. We have a custom shop system as well, which uses item frames. I don't think I can demonstrate this because I created the shops over here, unfortunately. But basically, they are item frame shops, which are custom. So here they are. So this here, for example, is some of the locks I just talked about. We could buy these if we had the money required for them. Basically, you just right-click on them and they'll open up a menu. But I'm the admin, so I made these ones, so I can only open them this way. But yeah, basically you can buy it that way. So custom shop system. The world is not destructible like I mentioned before. You can only build on properties that are bought from the city, so you'll have to build in apartments or build in areas like this. Now these plots will automatically get reset if you can't afford to pay a rent at a certain time. Now you can prepay ahead of time just in case. Let's say you're going on vacation or something. Yeah, next up we have a prison system in. It's very crude. Basically what happens is if you are a criminal when you get knocked out, instead of going here, instead of just getting sent in front of the police station, you'll get sent into the jail instead. And the jail will basically have to mine coal until you can get out. And you'll talk to that little guy there, and he'll help you get out. But yeah, so to move on, there's also police tracking, so police officers can actually track down offenders and criminals to actually get them. Then we have a custom bank management system, so you don't use /balance or /money to access your money. You use /p, and you look at your bank management, and this tells you, you can see I have two accounts here. I have a starter account and an account 1, which is a checking account. So these two accounts have some special things about them. Basically, they give you a balance and a capacity, and they have an upkeep. You can optionally open up a savings account as well, but they're a little more restricted in use. House alarms, these allow you to protect your homes because anyone can break glass no matter where you're at. So you can break glass inside people's properties. You can also lockpick doors, and you can open up chests, obviously. So you'll want to get a house alarm to help protect your home. Seasons are quite dynamic on our server. Currently we're in the spring, and you'll be in the spring when the server goes live, but there's obviously the 4 seasons are available, and they all do something unique, which require a whole video on their own. We also have a custom vehicle system, which the vehicle dealership is over here. So you can talk to this guy here, which currently there's 2 of them there. I'm not sure why that's happening. But yeah, you can talk to this guy here, and he'll sell you vehicles, and they'll appear right here for you. So you'll be able to actually buy vehicles that way. And vehicles are basically boats, and you can drive them around, and they're really nice actually. The vehicles are dynamic, obviously. If the average user, they can be simple. If something's wrong, you just go to the car mechanic, which is next door, and then he can go ahead and fix up your vehicle for you. Otherwise, you will just need to get someone else to fix it for you. So there is a mechanic skill associated with vehicles, so you can fix it up. There's also a delinquency skill, which helps you become a better criminal. Since we don't really favor either side, we do tend to favor living a normal life a little more than criminals. But in general, we want both sides to be even. We want to favor both the criminal life and the normal life. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. There's a lot of stuff coming up here. The server's going to be releasing on the 15th. We do plan on having a day 1 reward for people who participate in day 1. And then we also plan on giving anyone who helped us with the closed testing some sort of rewards as well, which you should get automatically for logging in. That applies to both sides. So yeah, we hope to see you guys then. Thank you guys for watching. As usual, please rate and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you all on the 15th. Goodbye.